Shalom, shalom, all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Racha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to all your Yahweh. And once again, it's your brother Abawan, okay, back with another video, and I'm going to just go into this bit of local news reporting, alright, just to speak, and of course, this applies, to the whole earth because the same things that are going on in the various places where people are scattered into is also going on throughout the whole earth. The judgments of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh, okay? Whether you are living in Australia, you're living in Babylon, you're living in Europe, in Asia Minor, which is of course the Middle East. The judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh are going forth and they are being seen constantly, okay? Trying to think of a precept that goes with that. Okay, but yeah, the journeys of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh are being seen constantly, okay, all throughout the earth, and this is one of them now going. Now I'm going to go into it. A pretty common one that happens here in Nigeria, and this is the headline: around 17 feared dead in Nigeria for tanker crash, and that's basically something that happens a lot in Nigeria. Here you have these trucks, these trailers, okay, these giant I guess we call them trucks that carry 18 wheelers, that 18 wheeler types. Okay, I think so okay, I think a four tanker is less than 18 wheels, but you get the point. Carrying these four tankers, carrying container of goods, imported and exported, those type of iron containers that contain all these imported, exported goods, just falling over and crashing and killing a lot of people, or destroying a road. But mainly these four tanker crashes, and these one are the most deadly because once that trailer crashes, the fuel leaks. That's a whole ass case of a fire. Okay. Yeah, and if this actually happened, because right now it's being alleged that okay, these people might be dead, but they actually did perish. So the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And even if they didn't, just the fact that that trailer crashed, that is still the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. And you have a lot of things going on. Or rather, you have just one thing going on in Nigeria right now. The big thing going on is the fuel shortage, okay? And they're trying to explain, why is it that this is happening, because of course I'm going to go into that in this video as well, because that's the main thing, that's the main focus of this video, because this you know the 17 that are allegedly dead because of a four tanker crash, this is something that is so commonplace right now in this in this country, which of course the people have already become desensitized to. But what you have to realize is that what you are seeing, okay, the constant crashes, the constant people dying to tanker crashes, to these trucks falling down, falling on them. It is the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, and it is a warning to you people that are living here in Nigeria to repent, to come back to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua or face judgment, okay? And we always speak about this, we always bring out videos about this, and the we being the brothers in Great Millstone, the elders, the apostles, always bringing out videos concerning the judgments of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, in order to urge our people to repent, because if you do not repent, this could very well be you. Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is very capable of finding, a way to bring judgment on you. And many a times when it's a harsh judgment, death, fate's even worse than death. The Most High could break your spine and leave you, completely they'll leave you disabled, from the waist down. They'll leave you completely paralyzed from the waist down, or even worse, it could make you paralyzed. Could give you that full body paralysis. Okay, you could get a cancer and then slowly die, slowly and painfully die. But yeah, okay. Besides the point, let's get into this article. Or rather, should I, rather, this is what actually wanted to go into. But let's get into this article. Some 17 people were feared dead after a fuel tanker and commuter bus collided in the southern Nigerian state of Ogun on Friday, the Federal Road Safety Corps said. Spokesperson BC Kazim said the crash happened around 5 a.m. on Friday, and that the number of fatalities may vary. There was a head-on collision that resulted in fire, Kazim told Reuters. Efforts are ongoing to remove the charred bodies as well as the crashed vehicles. Nigeria is facing fuel shortages caused by imports of substandard petrol, and that's the theory that they are using. Basically, what you have right now in Nigeria is a fuel scarcity, so filling stations closed down. Majority of filling stations aren't even open right now, and the ones that are open, you're seeing large queues there because they are trying to get the fuel. And what's happened is that since there is a shortage of fuel, naturally the fuel price went up. And since the fuel price went up, naturally everything else is now starting to go up. So I'm expecting, another inflation to happen, risk, in the coming, in the coming time. And this is something that had happened in Babylon the Great and in other nations as well, where once the fuel price starts going up, everybody starts, the inflation just hits and starts happening because right now all throughout the world you're having inflation going on throughout the earth because it's basically Esau Edom, showing that he's done with the dollar, he's done with the fiat currency, with the dollar being the reserve currency. In other words, all international trade happens with the dollar. And basically, all the money that's all the different currencies all over the earth, their strength is always being um, compared or it's being referenced with the dollar. Okay, and now you have the dollar losing its strength, it's winning, and you have it in, the prices of the price going up, you have the dollar going up, via inflation, via the international debt that Babylon the Great owes. Okay, and now you have it happening in Nigeria as well. Another inflation is coming, and it's just in a video to warn any of my Nigerian listeners, okay, that yeah, another inflation is coming, okay. And that is of course part of, once again, going into the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. He could make it so that, and he could make it so that the prices of goods in your country goes up, okay, or rather not the prices of goods but the worth of the currency goes down, because that's basically what inflation is. They'll say that all the prices are going up, but it's really the worth of the currency that is going down, okay, because the goods didn't change, they didn't become more valuable, okay. There isn't a shortage of any of the goods that the prices are going up. It's simply the worth of the currency going down, okay. So continuing on, this has angered motorists who have been spending hours in lines to fill their tanks, while some public transport owners have taken advantage to hike fares. State oil firm NNPC said this week that over 2.3 billion litres of petrol is scheduled for delivery by the end of the month as it struggles to solve the shortages. Okay, and that's basically what I was just going to on that. Going into this, and this is just recent news. And the casualties could be more, it could be less, but it's still all the judgment of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. He was one that set that whole situation up, and even this inflation that's going on here in Nigeria right now, and this is just part of the signs of the end, because the whole matter of the currency losing its worth, it's also a sign of the end. Once I'll say it like this, like a civilization is going, it's about to go out, it's about to lose power, their currency starts to wane. All right, it happened to our people. During our it happened to our people. It happened to our people during our time in the Holy Land. Okay, and it's going to happen in Babylon the Great as well. Because if you go into the scriptures, it reminds that during the time of King Solomon, that silver was basically just like random. Just like it was the same as stones on the ground. That was how you know common silver was in our kingdom, when King Solomon was in rulership. But as soon as he left power and our people started to disobey the words of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, we started to, have the different kings in Judah and the different kings in Israel that were, against Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Our kingdom, the kingdom eventually came down. And before it did, there was an inflation in all the prices. So let's get some precepts going into that, okay? Because the main purpose of this video it's just that inflation. So this is the book of Amos 8 verse 5. So like Amos 8 verse 4, and it reads, "Hear this, O ye that swallow up the needy, even to make the poor of the land to fail, saying, when will the new moon be gone, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath that we may set forth with. So basically, what you have is these wicked Israelites, the merchants of our people, that are waiting for the high holy day, the Sabbath, where it is a day of rest. Okay, so no buying, no selling, all the markets close. They're waiting for it to come, to go past so they can go out there and sell their goods. To continue on, to Amos 8 verse 5, saying, "When will the new moon be gone?" This is showing that the new moon is also a Sabbath, that we may sell corn, and the Sabbath that we may set forth wheat, making the ephah small and the shekel great, and falsifying balances by deceit. All right, and this is going into the inflation, making the ephah, which is basically the measurement of the goods that you sell. All right, it's a representation of whatever is being sold. Okay, and the shekel is a representation of actually the money. So you are making the ephah small, which is what you are selling, reducing the size of it, reducing the quality of it, but still increasing the price in order to, get more profits out of it because of these inflations. Okay, so now the worth of the currency has gone down, but the goods, the what you want to buy, say you want to buy some meats, because that's the main thing, that especially in Babylon right now, and the price has shot up drastically. Okay, so now so now there's less meat, but the price, they cost more. So now you have less meat, but the price costs more. And that's basically what this whole thing is going into. Okay, it's also going into the wicked of our people that, that did not want to, they did not want the Sabbath to exist, so they could sell and sell and sell, just like the heathen nations did. Okay, but continuing on, going into another precept, this will be the last precept. I just wanted to bring out this report concerning inflation, man, because it's going to happen everywhere. Okay, just using this like country as an example, that yeah, you have different excuses that will be set up, because we all know that even though this is set up by Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, I know that Esau, through the spirit, has a hand in this whole situation, man, because the excuse they are giving, oh, there was some bad quality fuel, and now so we can't, sell the normal amount which we need. That's the devil right there, cutting off supply to a nation. Okay, cutting off, trying to have that control, cutting off supply to a whole nation. And that's just showing you once again how much control Esau Edom has in this kingdom. Okay, where you can just cut off supply to where you can just cut off supply to a nation, and say that, oh, there was an adulterated oil from all the other OPEC, which is the oil producing nations. So now we can't use that oil, so you have to use this oil, which of course, it may be true, it may not. Let me not be out here saying that, oh, this is a complete lie. It may be true, it may not. The spirit will tell you, it will reveal it eventually. But anyway, this is the book of Isaiah 1, verse 22, and it reads, "Thy silver is become dross, thy wine mixed with water." Going into once again the money becoming weaker and weaker, because now you understand, okay, you go into economic warfare, and the elders, the apostles have talked about this before, how basically, the paper fiat currency that we're using is worth nothing. Okay, there is no, the dollar used to have a gold standard, meaning that a certain amount of dollars was redeemable for gold, right? You had a dollars in your account, and that, now that I think about it, if I remember correctly, the dollars isn't even actually okay, dollars isn't actually currency, it's a measurement, just like the ephah is a measurement. And I have it queued up right here. The dollar isn't the measurement, just like the ephah. The dollar is a measurement, just like the ephah. Okay, so here you have an ancient Hebrew unit of dry measure, and this is the definition of ephah. An ancient unit of Hebrew unit of dry measure, equal to a tenth of an homer, or about 1 bushel. So that's basically 35 liters, and 10 ephahs is 1 homer. Okay, and that's what the dollar is as well. The dollar is also a form of measurement that was, that they used to name the currency. Okay, and now that currency has no worth. The same way all the other fiat currencies that are being pushed has no worth. And right now, Esau is trying to go into digital. I recently just saw news going into how even here in Nigeria, they're about to start accepting Bitcoin and other Bitcoin. And you know that with Bitcoin comes other cryptos because you know this cryptocurrency it will always be referenced by the most popular one, which is Bitcoin. So once Bitcoin starts being accepted, all the other currencies will join as well. So this is all being set up through the spirits for you know what, because at the end of the day, that's what all this leads to. Okay, you might think that, oh, this is just something that is isolated happening in Nigeria, but it's also leading to how Isoiden will introduce his icon, okay, his icon, okay, into these third world countries and showing you the different methods, okay, the slow, gradual process into bringing in the MOTB and bringing in, his beast system on the earth. All right. So I think I'm not going to end it right there. Watch out for this devil, man. All the little, all these little steps that he's taking into moving forward with his agenda, especially concerning him, removing most of these mandates all throughout all throughout the different nations. Okay, so with that, all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahushai, Bahasham, Rachak, Badash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom. After the spirit of the action, may you are edified. Shalom.